An heiress falling in love with a modest boy seemed like a story pulled from the pages of a novel, but that was the story of Liam and I. Our connection was undeniable, but my family couldn't fathom the idea of me being with a guy who hailed from a different background. Their disdain cast a long shadow over the path we were treading. One starlit night, I suggested to Liam that we elope, escaping the critical gazes that followed us. But Liam, ever pragmatic, refused. He held my hands gently and spoke about how he did not want me to ruin my life for him. Confronted by my father, Liam faced tough questions about his intentions. My father challenged him to step away from our vague relationship, returning only when he could provide the life to which I was accustomed. Against my desires, Liam nodded. His gaze locked onto mine, promising a future return. In the aftermath, my father's sternness softened and he turned to me. He urged me to forget Liam, convinced that his aspirations might never take flight. But I held on to the belief that love, perseverance, and time could shape even the most unlikely of destinies. Years passed, and I endeavored to become a respected doctor. I awaited Liam's return. Our correspondence was limited to sparse letters, our connection strained by distance and circumstance. Each day I could feel the weight of judgment from those who saw me as a naive girl, clinging to a seemingly impossible love. I once stood my ground, telling Liam that I was mature enough to make my own choices, even if it meant defying my family's wishes. But he remained adamant about seeking my father's consent. Part of me was in frustration by his decision to abide by an unfair agreement. Yet, his resolute nature was also the reason I loved him. Then, one day, a knock came on my door. I opened it to find a distinguished and accomplished man standing before me. My heart stuttered. It was Liam. At that moment, I was moved to tears by happiness and pride for him. There was a sense of relief in his eyes as soon as he saw me. He tentatively took my hands. His eyes spoke volumes as he asked how I was. He then asked to talk with my father, his demeanor a mix of earnestness and determination. And so, with our family's blessings, Liam and I were married, bridging the gap that had once seemed insurmountable.